What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tony D Too Wild checking in once again, man. Tony Digital bringing back another 4K visual, man. Back with another banger today, guys, on a very special video, man. Where are we at right now in 2021 in the sneaker culture, sneaker community, sneaker game, whatever you want to call it? Some people don't even like to say that we're in the culture at this point because there's no love. It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like at the end of the day, it's a community, but maybe what I'm really looking at is the Too Wild community. I feel like I've built a community, that we are a community. There's people, everybody that's in this video, everybody's in the comment section, that's everybody who goes and watches my secondary channel for the podcast, my Twitches, my Twitter. I feel like we've built an army, a community of people who love sneakers, current events, pop culture, culture in general, and we're just all together, you know, we all are one. And I really wanted to, I've been sitting down thinking about it just in general, like what's been going on with the community in general. And on my second channel, I was talking more so about how did we get here or who got us there. It wasn't not really pointing the finger at the people that did it, but the various different aspects that led to it. And those were resellers, the brands, the retailers, the shoe tubers like me, influencers, IG, the buyers. Everybody played some sort of part to where we are now. And even in 2020 to 2021, there's been a huge shift in from what was going on last year versus what's going on now this year. And I really wanted to break all that down and kind of just talk about it with you guys today in today's video. I feel like, with my channel, it's been evolving. It's evolved over the years. It's been something that when I first came onto the scene, it was a lot of just uncut and raw, and I try to maintain that on my secondary channel. This isn't a cookie cutter type of channel, so don't take it that way. We still say pussy popping on the handstand when we can, and grape juice and all that stuff, and koala bear neck sack, all that when we can. The thing is that as time has developed, I love to continue to progress and cut and chop and make the edits as beautiful as I possibly can. And with that has came growth, has came change, and I really want to somewhat get that back on this channel. I also want to start having more discussions on this channel, and then I want to take those discussions that we have here and take them to the secondary channel where we can discuss them on another platform where I can open it up for all you guys to come forth and do these live streams and do things like that. We talked about the Kobe Bryant thing over here. We talked about it over there for about 2 hours. So be on the lookout for more and more of that in the future. I'm so hyped up. I'm so happy for what is coming out with all my various outlets out there. Your boy's finally verified on IG, and I just got no one else to show that appreciation to but you guys. So just be on the lookout for that. More content coming here, longer content coming here. I feel like I've been doing all the short videos. I feel like I haven't been vlogging as much, and I really am ready to step out now, man. Like, I cannot let this COVID stuff really hold me down anymore. I've been doing basically vlogs that are only consisting of soul play and reviews and unboxings because of this, what's been going on, and I didn't want people to feel in a way that I'm going, and I don't want people to think I'm not trying to be safe. I've been safe. I've been stuck in this house since April of last year. So I'm really ready to get out and get back in the streets. Now, with all that being said, what is the sneaker culture right now? We had the hypebeast epidemic a couple years ago, if you guys remember that, where Supreme, Bape, all these new young sneakerheads was coming, spending $2,000, $3,000 of shoes. What has really changed since then to now is I really think is the taste. Those same people, a lot of these kids actually grew out of it. It was a phase to them. But the hype, the resale has went up since. I feel like the hype beast has diminished, but the hype has increased. And what I mean by that is the Supremes, the Bapes, they have slowly went down. You know what I'm saying? Even the Off-White has slowly went down, and the kids that are jumping on and getting it. However, the resale of Jordan 1s, the resale of certain 4s, or just any Jordan right now at this moment has risen. The demand, the sellout rate. And even with Yeezys, they're back selling out. You remember there was a little point in time when Yeezy 350s, you could get them a little bit easier. Now it's like everything is constantly selling out. The demand is exceeding the supply. What does it have to do with that part? In my opinion, it has to be economics. Could COVID have played a part? Could these brands have taken a big dip last year, which has now made them make their supplies lower for this year? Because we do know that sneakers are made 6 months in advance, usually till when they release. So anything you see coming out right now was made last year. So were they making these shoes last year at a lower supply level to make up for the losses that they have making and not knowing if that shoe was going to sell well or do well? That could also have played a part. But in my honest opinion, I think that Nike, Adidas, and all these other brands are just playing the game. And at the end of the day, they're a business. Can you blame them for that? Is that a responsibility that they necessarily have to abide to? If someone wants something, I don't think so. If someone needs something, then I can understand. If like people that were hoarding and reselling face masks for people that needed it for COVID, that was a bad thing. But Nikes are a luxury. You don't need them. So I understand that. Like I understand the madness. At the same time, this is Nike's way of finessing. All we could do as a customer is stop buying their product or not supporting their product, which that has never worked. So for that reasoning, I kind of don't ever really complain about the lack of supply. Now coming from me, I would never sit here and try to act with you guys. I'm a content creator. I'm a shoe tuber. I'm a YouTuber. I get seeded shoes, shoes sent for free, early access to certain sneakers. So I never want to sit up here and make complain or feel like I'm taking as many L's as some of you guys make. Like I understand that even though I might not hit on a Travis Scott or a Sakai, at the end of the day I'm getting a Raging Bull early or a Typer Royal. Like the shoes still are Mocha ones. I'm getting tons of shoes that people out there truly want that are unable to do so. Trust me, I feel it because I still take my L's on Sneakers app. On the Sneakers app, the last shoe that I actually ever got. Let's just look and see. So the last shoe that it shows me grabbing was the LeBron 7 All-Star. Check it out. This is my list of shoes. And as you can see, I actually was hitting on some stuff, man. But nowadays, it's done. Done data. So right now, where I currently think we are at in this whole sneaker situation epidemic is that we're currently in a high demand. Supply is possibly low. We have a hype beast. Well, I don't even want to call them hype beasts at all anymore. I don't even think it's really the hype beast at this point. Hype beasts were a huge population of people that were willing to spend big bucks on sneakers. Let's say that there was 100 of those. We know it's way more. Maybe there's thousands, but there was 100 of those. I feel like that number is probably shot down to maybe 60, 70. But what really was going on was the sellers. The resellers have multiplied more and more. The sneaker industry has been exposed or was shown that there's a way for people to make money off these products, off these shoes. And I feel like we went from a hype beast situation to a reseller situation. I'm not putting the blame on the resellers at the end of the day. I'm not here to point and say, F you guys, you resellers. But it is at a point now that if you want to buy a shoe, you don't even look at Nike to buy that shoe. You look at StockX, you look at GOAT, you look at IG, you look at Twitter. We have went from a retail mindset to a resale mindset. We don't look at the retail price anymore. We look straight to the resale. That's just how it is, and that's the type of mind frame we are currently in. And I don't really like that part. I don't like people. I wouldn't say I don't like people, but I don't look at a shoe and then run the StockX to see how much it's worth. I only do that to people so they can know, depending on what the resale value is, that gives me a good idea of what the demand is going to be. If the resale is already at 500 and it hasn't even released, I know that the demand for that shoe is going to be even more. So it's kind of like a gauger for me at the end of the day. But I'm not sitting here thinking like, this is how much I'm going to make. My first thing is not to go and get a shoe to flip it, then to sell it. My first thing is to get a shoe to review it. Now, if I want to sell it later on, I'll do what I got to do. I'll give it to someone for a good price. I really don't try to crack anybody's head. If I'm going to crack someone's head, I usually sell it on a third-party website like a StockX or a GOAT. Now, if I'm going to my own website, 2Offer TV, I usually try to keep the price somewhere at or below StockX. I don't try to do too much. You feel me? So that's just how I am. And that's because I get so many shoes that I can't keep up with it. Right now, I got tons of shoes in my closet. I got shoes back here. They're just stacking. They stack. I can't stop it. We are in a reseller environment, a reseller game. We're not in a sneaker game at this point. We're in a reseller game. We don't look at what is going on, what's the price of it. We are immediately looking at StockX. We know the L's are coming, and that's the biggest change right now in the sneaker community. Back when Hypebeast was going on and Supreme and Bape, that was the beginning of that stage. You know what I'm saying? Kids were trying to get their hands on things and weren't, and then we're starting to look at the StockX's and the GOATs. And then we saw the people willing to spend that money, the kids that were willing to spend that $1,500, $3,000, $2,000 on shoes, which increased the resale game, the resale market's cap, which was at one point pretty low in my opinion. I mean, I remember spending $600 on a pair of foams, and that was insane. That was insane. $600 now is nothing. $600 is what it is. Like a pair of ones are $600 right now. spending $600 back in 2015 was a lot of money. Like you weren't like that was the cream of the crop. I remember when Red Octobers were $1,500, and that was insane. You feel what I'm saying? So now $1,500 is the norm. You want something really? Oh my man, this hat kind of strong in your boy head. You want anything like normal price? You're paying at least $500 and up. Travis Scott, you're not even gonna. It's gonna go straight to $1,000 at this point. So we have went from it being a retail thing, it being a hunt for the shoes, trying to get out there and cop it, whether it's on release day or on the app, to straight to the secondary market, straight to the reseller market. But we are also now, which is a full circle type of thing to me, starting to enter the unauthorized market. And I've talked about this various times on my channel here, secondary channel. If you guys don't know, I used to review fake shoes. That's where I started on YouTube. Redman1109 was my original name. I came out of that. I came out the mud. I didn't have money at that time. And the replica game was popping on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of that replica revolution, as people would say. I came in the game, I was reviewing AAA's, one-on-ones, flawless, and then was invited the unauthorized sneaker, which was at that time portrayed as a shoe made from the same materials, from the same assembly line, that was unauthorized and stolen from Nike. Now, since then, we have argued multiple and various times on what an unauthorized shoe is. We can continue to do that. We can continue to argue about it. I've argued about it on my secondary channel, my main channel. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion at the end of the day. My mind has changed from what an unauthorized shoe was back in 2013 to what it is now in 2021. I've been here since 2013. I've seen the differences. I've seen it. So that's where I developed my own personal opinion. I'm not here from 1 year, 2 years. I've been here for 7 years plus. But what is going on now is with the height of the demand and the low lack of supply, people are going the alternate route. At the end of the day, I'm not mad at that, man. I always said I'm not mad at that. I don't feel like a real or fake sneaker determines you as a real or fake person, but it has increased the market. It has increased the eyes on what an unauthorized, or in my opinion, fake, replica, whatever you want to call it, shoe, because this material, the shoe itself, is damn near spawn on 99.9% identical. You feel me? It's a real shoe, but I don't call it an authentic Nike product. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's an authentic Nike product, but I believe it's a real sneaker. It has laces, it has leather, it has a rubber sole, it has an insole, it has everything that a real shoe, when you type shoe on definition, it has that. But is it an authentic pair of that brand it is representing? No, I don't believe that. That's where my differences is. So I'm not here to support counterfeiting, nor am I here to bash the person that rocks it. But what I am stating is that we are entering this phase. We are entering the phase of the UAs. UAs have been around, like I said, 7 years. People were buying UAs back then. A lot of people were buying not knowing they were getting UAs. A lot of people were buying UAs because they were cheaper than the retail. Now UAs are costing damn near the same price. If you miss out on Travis Scott Jordan 6, you're gonna pay around $160 and up for that UA version. You pay the retail price pretty much instead of paying the resale. But before, back in the day, people were buying UAs for like $130, $120 for the UA version of a real shoe, and it came damn near the same back then. They've even got even better, but that's just how it was. But we are entering that phase now. More and more people are striking out and saying, you know what, I'm going across the water, I'm going to UA, I'm going here and there. So we're entering a resale effect in general, and we're hitting a UA effect as well. And then we're getting more and more and more in the fine line between real and fake. Entering that secondary market, we are finding ourselves more and more people being exposed, people being, finessed, being sold fake sneakers, thinking they're real, through a secondary app who is basically putting their name on the line that they have authenticators to tell you what is real and fake as well. So we're entering a very monumental point in time in the sneaker game. Like, this right here is big. You know what I'm saying? And it's big because there's so many things going on. You got resellers going on. You got people that are buying shoes for crazy prices, early sneakers, samples, all available to us now. Nike is cracking down on stuff, and Nike got people even within their hierarchy that's getting finesse and getting and doing some weird shit. You feel what I'm saying? So keep your eye out, and all I can say is enjoy the ride, man, because 2021 is going to be a year to remember, in my opinion, in this sneaker world. Oh my gosh, these dogs are crazy, bro. Yeah, man, I really wanted to break it down, kind of talk about where we're at in this time. The hypers, the hype beasts, they're still there. You know what I'm saying? Hype is still there. Resellers have taken over. retail is falling apart in my opinion. Less and less, more and more raffles, more and more draws and all this stuff. You know, less lining up, less, and then we could say that's due to COVID. And then we have the UA game. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't blame you. I don't have no problem with you if you rock them. This video is not about UA at all. This is not about you guys or about the guys that hate UAs, the guys that love it. It's not about it. It's just explaining the whole and general thing, because UAs play a part in the sneaker game. Because believe it or not, people are getting real shoes, knowing that they're real. People are getting fake shoes, not knowing that they're real. People are getting fake shoes, knowing that they're fake. It's all a part at the end of the day. Like, you got to bring everything in. You got to bring in what you might think is the good, what you might think is the bad. It's all a part of the sneaker culture. And yes, you got it. It's all there. This is where we at. 2021, the 2021 sneaker game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And give me your thoughts and opinions. I'm sorry for all the damn noise. I got dogs, cats, and vacuum cleaners going crazy. So, yeah. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's your boy, Tony D. Too Wild. I'm checking in. I'm checking out. All right, Chunky. Peace.